Ignorance is bliss, nigga. Ignorance is bliss. No days off until we wealthy. Sorry, I'm so self-centered, it seems selfish. I'ma go and help myself before I'm helpless. Cause can't nobody rescue me. Escaping all my demons, now I feel just like a refugee. At war with myself, you know what bothers me. The fact that even if I win, I lose a part of me. Before I lay me down and sleep, my soul is not negotiable. All I know is C notes. I could be a vocal coach. Pip, you rip my heart away. How the fuck I'm supposed to cope? How the fuck I'm supposed to keep my head up down this lonely road? I didn't cry when my dad died. My anger wouldn't let me shed a single tear for a stranger. Not now, not ever in life. You never supposed to say never, but I just said it twice. Am I supposed to take my cake to feed my mama's face? If so, what do I take to make my daughter's plate? How I'm supposed to ensure my kids' futures are bright? If I gotta pay my mama back for giving me life. I mean, even if I could, she couldn't give me no price. I'm giving mama all I had and it still doesn't suffice. I bought my mama a Benz, it cost me 50K cash. She told my brother she ain't want it, cause it ain't come with NAV. I invest in myself, and then I share with my folks. Ain't dropped no album in 2020, because I went broke. I had my head above water, another sip and I drowned. Took every dollar I had to put Piff in the ground. I still had to survive, I still had to provide. I had to swallow my pride, I had to borrow from Smiles. Then my granddaddy passed, and I was down to my last. And then mama needed therapy, so here go my last. And then the well ran dry, and I needed help. Surprise, nobody's there, nobody's left, just me and myself. Took a look at my watch and it said it's time to reflect. Then the girl I was with chose the exit stage left. I mean, ain't no money left, what the fuck I expect? Oh, silly me, I asked my mama for help. She said I should've done a better job at managing wealth. Now to get to where I am, I can't regret where I've been. I took a look at my bank account and said never again. Not this nigga, no, I won't forget nigga. Time I start thinking like a rich nigga. Don't look at me, I ain't got shit to give you. You on your ass, I don't know what to tell you. I got some money and ain't no better. You on your ass, I don't know what to tell you. I got some money and ain't no better. Because ignorance is bliss, nigga. Ignorance is bliss. I said ignorance is bliss, nigga. Long live Piff.
Wake your ugly ass up.
Man.
Good morning. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Shit. We woke up again. That's a blessing within itself, ain't it, man?
Man, that's a blessing. Woke up with gratitude.
For sure. You got to. We on top of the ground and ground ain't on top of us. How you feeling?
I feel great. I feel blessed.
Don't lie to me now.
Hey, I feel good. I got some good rest last night. I done got up. I'm just grateful, It's a beautiful day. My tags is current.
Shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a big one now.
Man, what?
That's a big one for real. Listen, that's an everyday struggle. That's, it ain't never no time we in traffic and you don't see nobody. And I'm one of those persons, I done had bad tags and,
Yeah.
I'm looking for, what the date on their tag is? Oh, they late too. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It
I don't
help you feel
so
better.
bad.
Nah, for real.
Is that bad though?
Hey, nah, I mean.
Is that a trauma bond?
Since you put it that
Damn.
way,
I feel a little
kind
salty.
of makes sense. But how I see it, you just making light of the situation.
Yeah, that's a good perspective to have.
Exactly.
For sure.
For real, you got to make the best out of it.
Hey, what about that? What you think about the Dunn trip though?
Hey, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, For sure. I mean, have you listened to any of the project?
Not at all.
Yeah. But we do know is he done drop the project every month.
That's how how I know, because I seen it on my news feed. Somebody had posted, and I was like, they said we didn't deserve Dun Trip to give us 15 albums this year or something like that.
I mean, we didn't know that we needed it. You know.
I mean, I was just like, whoa, I was flabbergasted. I mean, I know, he got a really dope fan base and stuff like that.
Sure.
I just never really just sat and took the time and listened to his music,
But thinking about that, it takes it hits something in my spirit.
Wow.
It use me, Lord. It hit something in my spirit because every day, whether it be somebody out here in the line buying something to eat or in the mall, anywhere I'm around some people, Instagram on Justin LA Boy comments.
You and these just the LA
Cause
boy
that'd be a big reference point for me, like to gauge like what's going on and
a
like
lot of tea on
how
there.
people think. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm very observant. I be, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
outside of my own experiences, but I notice there's a lot of people that kind of they don't say it's jealousy, but when you read between the words and the lines, like it's a little bit of jealous, you know. And instant gratification has poisoned our mentality. We've been hypnotized with instant gratification, and it bothered my spirit because it showed me a lack of accountability. She looked like she got the perfect marriage, the perfect partner. She got the perfect job. He got the perfect job. You know what I'm saying? He got the big bank account. You know what I'm saying? And all the material things. But you have people that will kind of feel some type of way, like I'm a good person. Like why I don't have those things? I want those things.
Why not me?
That couple is goals. You know, but just like this morning, their alarm went off and they like, damn, if I ain't had these kids, I'll call in. It's cold outside. I don't want to get up. I didn't get that much sleep last night.
My alarm went off and I didn't even get up.
But my thing is, how dare you curse God like that?
Right.
You was given the tools that you got to use to get to where you need to be.
Hold up.
So these people that you see that you wish you had what they had in any capacity.
When you got all this right here
How
in front
dare
of
you feel jealous and hateful
when God provided you with what you needed.
when you don't know what them people have had to endure to get to where they at.
Facts.
You don't know what they had to sacrifice.
You don't know what they going through right now.
You don't know what you don't know how many nights in a row they done had to eat just noodles, you know what I'm saying, because they had a goal and they decided to be disciplined to meet that goal. Them people was up way before you.
Nah, for real.
When they got out
overnight.
When they got out work, they invested into whatever it is they, dreamed about or sought after.
When they got that paycheck, they invested.
Okay, but you went to the Halloween party last night and got too drunk.
I'm gonna tell you, Halloween outfits ain't cheap.
Hell no, they ain't cheap.
You gotta, man, I home make mine.
For real?
Cause it's just every time I go, I remember one time I came back with a mask though. You just gotta do something like that. You gotta get creative. Cause
Listen, growing up, I had to get creative with a whole bunch of shit.
Exactly.
When it came to Halloween shit, I wore my big brother jersey, helmet, my cousin shit. I was a football player.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's smart.
My family, they didn't really believe in participating,
right?
And all that. So, but they ain't believe in buying a whole bunch of toys either. So,
man, I don't believe in it now.
But kids these days, I see they don't really even play with their toys. From my observation, like my nephew, like he like to play with shit that
Random
we need to
stuff.
use around the house for real.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, back to what I was saying. How dare you, man?
How dare
you? Got your limbs. You got a good sound mind. You ate
got
last
breath
night.
in your body.
You got breath in your body.
You can see.
You can see. You can feel. All your senses working.
What?
You got the same 24 hours that anybody else has. And what did you do with your time?
What did you do with it?
Why you wishing?
Because it can be a whole lot of time.
I think people got the wrong perspective of God. They got the wrong perspective. You was given the tools. When you gonna use them? Anyway, I feel some type of way because I got the same shirt on I had yesterday.
For real.
And you got on something different, don't you? So you was scared? You thought I was gonna say something?
Nah, you had that same shirt on yesterday?
Yeah.
Well,
How you don't know? We sat outside for 2 hours.
You know why? Because you had dressed it up with a different top. But guess what? I got on the same pants.
All right, we here.
Because soon as I went home, what I do? Take it off.
That's
Because
what
I
I
went
did.
to go work out anyways.
That's what I did. Took it off. Listen, so we all had different opinions. Before I want to get into what I want to get into, do you see yourself? Because people look at respecting elders and disrespecting elders or speaking their mind different.
Yeah.
Would you ever see yourself like disrespecting my mama or something like that?
Oh, no.
For real? You sure?
Unless she disrespect me. Now, my reflexes.
I mean, because she feel like real women do not do though.
I mean, that's her opinion. But baby, if you come to find an alkaline, you is gone boo, boo.
I heard a myth that people that has been living the alkaline lifestyle or vegan or whatever, they don't stink. They do.
Listen.
Like it come out whole, like drop, solid, don't stink, no hella residue, none of that.
Now, I must say, it come out easy, quick and fast.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was alkaline, I did have some stinking, boo-boo. But
you deep in it now, though.
Exactly, but I ain't deep in the alkaline lifestyle right now.
Nah, I'm saying you been living this lifestyle for a while, for a good minute.
Right. I mean, I can't say because I done had some, some funky boo-boos, but when I say people don't even know that I done boo-boo because I go so fast.
They don't even know.
Like when I used to do hair, people used to think they be like, dang, that was quick. I was like, for real? I done just took a whole dump.
That's how because I remember a time, I was dealing with this gal. And I commend her too because she wasn't really shy about it because every time she stayed or whatever, she had some kids to drop off every morning.
What?
Which I commend it, but it just be like, as far as like when you get back in the bed, like,
What you mean?
Cause like, all right, it's kind of awkward cause
after you take the dump.
Cause more, you know how everybody like morning sex is like the best sex to a lot. How you feel about that?
What?
Morning sex, is that like the best time or like nighttime? What?
I think for a man, morning sex is, you know what I'm saying? Because, that's when he's ready,
He's more ready when
in the sun, when the sun is up, and the woman more ready when the moon.
Moon is up.
Yeah.
I catch you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but
if it was up to me, I'll sleep in.
But she might not be, you know what I'm saying, ready, you know what I mean? So when you thinking about she just got out that toilet,
yeah,
to get her started, you know what I'm saying? Normally it ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like you had that thought, like, dang, if I go down there,
yeah, am I gonna smell some?
What's gonna happen? And then what I do then? Do I act like it ain't because I don't want to offend her?
Yeah. See, honestly, I don't. After I done boo boo, I'd rather.
Or do the wet wipe take care of all that?
I mean, cause I got to wet mine. Yeah. If I ain't got no wet wipes, I got to wet my tissue.
Cause I ain't never had no experience where I done, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean,
that might have been the first time I was abusive if that happened.
I mean, like I don't feel like it should be any oral sex going on after you boo boo.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just like, okay, babe.
I think you ain't got no choice after you pee. Not for niggas. I don't think niggas got no choice. Like,
I mean, because you don't have to pee.
Yeah, it's been time where it's been a lot of time where it's like you get down to hold on, and you like dang, cause I got you know what I mean. Now, you know what I'm saying. So damn, you know it's warm, it's revved up. You know what I'm saying. So I ain't never I had no bad experience as far as that goes, but you do have a thought. Why what?
When you pee.
Yeah. I didn't do I never did that until after my first not the first relationship I had. We lived together. That's when I started doing it, like wiping him. I was never taught that or nothing. You know how y'all be like, I be talking about, like, you know how y'all don't be like, man, niggas is nasty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, we don't know.
Right.
We don't know. That's just like showering. Like the first time I, lived with a woman, that's when it got to the point where it's like she preferred me to take a shower before we did it and stuff like that. I mean, it was, of course, it was times where it was just spur of the moment, but that became a thing because you know what I'm saying, I lived with her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What made you ask me that? Do y'all expect niggas to already do that?
I mean, I honestly never thought, I never imagined a man wiping it,
Yeah.
But
is that a conversation that you've ever had?
Not at all. It just randomly just came to my mind. I'm like,
cause I see a lot of posts and conversations about men talking about, they use wet
man
ones
wipes
and stuff, or yeah. See, that's new, right? Man wipes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's like kind of new to even. I'm even hearing. You know what I mean? Like I use them, but I wasn't taught. I'm old school. Compared to the internet and what's going on now, I'm old school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but once you really think about it, like, damn, yeah, that dude's, yeah. So that was the moment for me, like, damn, I've been tripping. You know what I'm saying? But my mama ain't never told me no. You know what I'm saying, boy?
Right.
You using some wipes? You feel me?
Right.
Stuff like that or whatever. But anyway, we in this thing again. We had some unfortunate circumstances yesterday, but we back. I got the same shirt I had on, and y'all didn't see me, so I ain't worried about it. What you gonna do?
We forgot to tell them.
Tell them
what this is.
Oh, okay, boom. Did we forget, or did you think I forgot that I wasn't just finna smoothly transition into it?
No, because listen, I do still think that you forgot.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You might not know. You need to help me keep me on my toes. You know what I'm saying? So, good, great. Anyway, the morning tea RGP. First of all, the game is to be told. I feel. They say it's to be sold, but I feel like it's to be told. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to buy some of it, we can work that out too. But
sometimes you do have to sell a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, off the rip, we ain't getting no nigga in exchange off the rip. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So that lets you know where the intentions are. Mm-hmm. But the idea was where the teeth thing came from. Fine alkaline. We gonna keep it masculine on this side, so I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued because
listen,
this
men
nigga
can sip on tea.
This nigga on some morning tea. What type of real man has a show called Some Tea in the Morning?
Well, it's all about where your mind is. Open your mind.
I just know how people.
Open your mind.
How people are. I just know how people are. Anyway. We got the masculine and the feminine energies in this thing, a man and woman, and I feel like a lot of conversations go left or are counterproductive, perspective wise, because of the difference in the sexes and whoever is communicating what they're communicating. So some things can be misconstrued out of emotion and ego because of whose it is saying it. So the idea was to have a duality type of situation going on where we can kind of bridge the gap. Of course, it's gonna be some pushback and kickback on different views and opinions, and that's what I want. That's what I like. That's what we want. Because in the mix of the conversation, the back and forth, somebody can glean from, get some information from, and kind of gauge how they feel about it and process the emotions and all that around it. So that's where the beginning, because we see this all the time. Whether it's social media or real life. Well, social media is a reflection of real life, but the men and the women and the family dynamic and everything is going to shit. It's going downhill. We've been divided and conquered to a certain extent, and
So the question is, can we bridge the gap? We will bridge the gap.
So are you asking me or are you asking in general? Can we bridge the gap?
Well, I'm asking in general, but then I'm also like answering.
Okay.
We will bridge the gap.
Tell us in the comments, do y'all think we can bridge the gap? Can the gap be bridged? And do you believe
Can the gap be bridged?
That we can bridge it. Help us, Lord.
We can. We will. We must. And it starts with us.
I mean, I believe in myself and my part in it.
And that's the best thing. That's the best thing you can do. And have hope for the community.
I got a lot of mixed emotions about it, but I got my intentions are to help bridge it if I can,
Right. I mean, that's the best thing you can do is play your role. Like, you know what I'm saying? Live your purpose in it, be intentional with it and, put it out there and be an example. That's the best thing you can do and rub off on the next person or whatever, whatever it is, it happens to be for somebody else. That's not up to you, but it's up to you to do your part.
I ain't gonna lie, like I get discouraged.
Be encouraged.
Yeah. So, but is discouragement a word? Sometimes I make up my own words. It might not be an actual word, but it makes sense. Is discourage a word?
I think this is some discouragement going on.
But the discouragement that I've felt is my driving force. Because I've seen the promised land. I've been to the mountaintop.
Wow.
Talk to me.
Did you
use
hike
me.
it or what?
Let them use you. Let them use you, Cousin B. Listen, how do you feel about sex on the first night, Letha?
Sex on the first night?
You heard me the first time.
How do I feel? Bryson said, yeah, we can. It would take more to fix than it did to destroy it. I'm reading the comments.
Yeah, I actually.
It definitely will. It definitely will. But, them baby steps. Keep putting them baby steps. But you said sex on the first night?
How you feel about it?
I mean, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if the feeling is mutual, then do it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, are you looking for some longevity in it? I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, so when you say when you say if you are looking for some longevity, are you talking about him or her?
Well, I'm saying him or her. Like, if you looking for some, like...
Do you think it's a difference?
So, okay, you asking me first on the sixth night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
For the woman.
On the first night. For the woman? Or
because it's always yes for the man. Majority of the time, it's yes for the man. For sure. Regardless of how he see you, what he think he might want to go, or whatever the case may be, it's always going to be the yes. You ain't never looked at a nigga and wondered, how can I get him to get out of his drawers?
I mean, hey now. It's women out there,
I'm just saying, it ain't too many times where you have to do a whole bunch. You know how they had them post, memes.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas is easy. Niggas is easy.
It's true.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I was like, for the woman, like, you know what I mean? How you feel about that?
How do a woman feel about
I'm
it?
saying how you feel about like sex on the first night, and
If I was to have sex on the first night?
I mean you can say if you or you can say women how you feel about because I feel like as far as you got homegirls,
Right. Well, like
um,
I was saying, like if the feeling is mutual, like you know what I'm saying, like
mhm.
if if everybody consent and like that's the vibe, then you know what I'm saying.
Okay, so check this out. Okay, let's tweak it a little bit. Let's just
Do
say
I think it's a great idea? No, not at all.
okay.
Because oh my gosh, like so many things could
yeah,
go wrong. Like oh my gosh, like this is a stranger. Okay,
yeah, right.
like is it a stranger?
Damn, see that's a good question because sex on the first night could be somebody that you went to school with
Yep.
that you could may or have not had a crush on for a long time. Y'all done had a couple of class reunions where it's like, dang, he looking better and better, and he
Right.
doing better and better. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And you know, when it comes to that 15-year or whatever on down the line, you might have a great time where y'all kind of had a more intimate conversation or something where you
And I feel like that would be a whole lot better. Like if
yeah.
you knew the person and if it's some kind of something that's been, you know what I'm saying, rising or
So you
whatever.
think it would be a better situation if it was somebody you had not necessarily history with, but you familiar with them, you a lot familiar
Right.
with them,
Yeah.
versus this
A
is a
super
smooth
stranger.
nigga I met in Las Vegas.
Right. Cause I mean, you know, at the same time, the same circumstances can happen in both situations, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you could first of all, I mean, make sure you wrap it up. But you know, you could get who knows what.
Who fucking knows
Who
what?
knows what these days?
Yeah.
And then especially like when it's somebody you kind of know, you can kind of know, okay, if he really do this, you know what I'm saying? And
Especially if
then-
it's on line. You're like, I ain't heard a whole bunch about
right,
him.
exactly.
Because I would if
exactly.
yeah.
But if it's like a stranger, it's like, you know what I'm saying? He probably could do this in life. This is probably his thing, you know? So that's like, and then what if I get pregnant? Then what if, you know what I'm saying?
God.
You dodge me or, you know,
Yeah.
all type of things.
Yeah, that's a good duality of scenarios for sure because now that it came out like how like that, I can see. Cause all right, so I'm gonna give you an example. Like if it was me, the chances of a chance of something being serious or something being, you know, like having a whole bunch of respect. Like I'm not gonna talk.
Sex on the first night, or what you mean?
Yeah, sex on the first night. But I was gonna go into like the two different situations. You know what I'm saying? Cause, and I could be flawed a little bit. Cause sometimes I just feel like I'm special. I know I might not be special to everybody.
Yeah.
But I think that's what a lot of niggas get screwed.
Yeah.
And they get finessed a little bit because they feel like because they got her, you know what I'm saying? They was somebody special.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's why discernment is so, imperative. But
that could be what she
because of that perspective that I have that I'm special, if I got it the first night, that don't necessarily X her out the box. But it do leave a stain in my brain, you know what I mean, as far as how much she respect herself because, she had a good time. She was feeling my vibe, the energy and stuff, but honestly, she don't really, know me like that. We talking about Vegas, you know what I'm saying? We talking about
you don't know,
what I mean?
my name.
On the flip side of that, somebody I've known for a long time, like the first scenario, that won't mean that might be something that be like, dang, I already knowing like she's solid. In school, she was solid.
Right.
I ain't, you know what I'm saying? She ain't smashed it for the promise of getting on the homecoming court, no shit like that. I ain't heard a bunch of out of the homeboys, nothing like that. Done been up in or whatever. And just 2 class reunions on down and I got her. Like now I'm like kind of more curious about getting to know her.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think that's a good gamble for a whole bunch of women, because a whole bunch of niggas ain't just gauging this shit like me. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I was gonna say, a nigga always gonna be
with it
for the first night for sure. So I just want to ask you that part, you know. But
mine better not be with nobody else.
Huh?
I said mine better not be with nobody else.
My what?
Better not be
My what?
going.
My what?
Mine.
Your what?
My king.
I heard that, king.
Nah, see, that don't even sound right. My king doing something like that, yeah, that ain't even gonna fit.
So you think kingdom is like king-ish and kingdom this and all that? You think it's that is excluded, like the whole
like when you when you in your royalty,
mm-hmm.
like, and you got, you know what I'm saying? If you a king and you got a queen,
mm-hmm.
then nobody else can, you know what I'm saying?
Think so?
Can touch what y'all got going on.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
No, I ain't saying touch what y'all got going on, but you feel like that mean that. Now I agree. It's definitely levels as far as the difference between men
whatever
is some
standards that king and queen have, like whatever they.
Because I'm gonna use my dad for example, right? He ain't never gave me a whole bunch of rules and regulations as far as dealing with women.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he was alive for me to like prick his brain now.
Right.
To ask him like, you know, about that. But I assume that he just figured like he gotta figure it out, and you know, I imputed enough in him to be able to figure it out, you know. But one thing he was told me about is don't misuse the L word. You know. And I, you know, where we from, it's small. You know, it's a small knit community or whatever. So I feel like if it was some scandalous stuff going on, it probably came out. But I don't know.
Right.
So I don't know if we did get something down, and you know, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
But I do feel like at a certain level in a man's life, he get more disciplined, and that's not as high on the priority list. Cause I'm there now.
Well, see, when you not there, then that means you're not her king.
But see, this the thing.
Yet.
I feel what you're saying, but
you're the prince.
I feel what you're
whatever.
saying. But what I'm saying is, I don't got the time. And that's a general aspect. Like, somebody like, what you mean you ain't got time? He gonna make time. But as far as like me realizing like where I want to go versus where I'm at and why I'm not there now, what I need to cut out.
Right.
What I need to change up on my day to day, because I feel like the older you get, the more you kind of like compartmentalize like where you spending your energy and your time at. You know what I'm saying? So it's times where I might get off and I be like, dang, I can bowl something out. You know what I'm saying? And still have no time to get some sleep in. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, dang, do I want to even deal with all that? Cause right after you bust that nut, you like, man, I ain't have to use that much gas or buy her the wine or buy the extra meal just so somebody won't feel like, you know what I mean? It's just a wham bam thank you ma'am type of shit. Where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you would make that decision like, nah, I'm just gonna go ahead, take a shower, I'm gonna lay down. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's like saving too. Even if you don't pay for it hand to hand, you spend some money to make it available. Even if it's somebody that you smash on the regular.
That's just an energy exchange.
Yeah. But let's just say if you got 3 or 4 of those.
Energy exchanges?
I'm saying, you know how people talk about their rosters? Let's just say you have 4 of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's only 7 days in a week.
Right.
So on a regular, you spending $40, $50, $60. We talk about a meal, bottle of wine, or some liquor, or whatever it is to set the mood. Y'all do y'all thing. You got 4 of those on top of all the shit that you forgot to unsubscribe from. You see what I'm saying? So these is distractions.
Right.
The time all the time you spending, like you could be focused on, damn, I need to watch this video, I need to read this book because this is gonna catapult me to a different level,
Right.
or sharpen my iron in some way,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm getting myself up to the point where I got the most available, the top of the cream of the crop to choose from a man's perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Man, to get to that point where he done spent all these years just chasing, just everything was about, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get some ass.
Mm-hmm.
But you not, you on the treadmill though.
Exactly.
You having fun,
Mm-hmm.
but you on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard? Did you hear about the Dwayne Howard situation?
No.
Dwight Howard is a I don't know if he's still playing now, but he was an NBA player.
Mm-hmm. Is he tall?
Girl, I throw this. Hey, yeah, he tired of the mug. Yeah, he tired, but anyway, it just came out that he been fooling around with he been doing the alphabet activities. So it was this person that he had already been dealing with. That he kind of tried to,
You
I
talking
guess-
about alphabet activities as far as like
the alphabet
bent over?
community.
Oh.
Cause we gotta watch how the words that we
Right.
use. So that's what I'm saying. The alphabet community.
Right.
It was another guy.
I'm here now.
Yeah, welcome back. It was another guy that he had been dealing with, and he tried to finesse him, I guess, in some type of way because he was trying to have a threesome, from my understanding, with a trans. Damn,
What?
is that the right word? Is that the respectful word? Anyway, I can't keep up with y'all, so okay, cool. It was.
Do he got braids?
I don't know. I haven't seen the person. I know.
I'm talking about Dwight Howard.
Nah.
No.
Nah, he got a regular cut, but he was trying to get the trans or whatever, and at some point, the guy that he was dealing with felt uncomfortable, but he tried to like go down on him to get him in the mood. You know how niggas might, like Jody did after he done hit upside Yvette head.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that type of situation. So he filed the sexual assault charges or something like that. But the reason why I brought it up, you haven't heard about it, right?
Mm-mm.
So let's just say you're with an NBA player,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And he take care of your everything. Like you ain't got to worry about nothing.
Okay.
You know, you live in a soft life that these women out here that they feel like they want to live, and everything's they've been raving about or whatever. You know, you living it.
Yeah, I'm living it right now.
You living it. I heard that. I'm
No.
picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. No.
But you wake up, you know, and you see these allegations, you see all this stuff going on or whatever. Like, what do you like? How's that? Like, what do you?
About my man bent over.
I ain't say that, but these accusations that he been doing some unstraight things.
Ew.
Like, you know, like, would it be an instant cutthroat, or would it even be like a process of emotions? Would you be considering things like how you feel that will go in your
it
head?
would definitely be a process of emotions, but honestly, you know, if this came out, I'd seen it. I seen it before my eyes.
Huh?
I seen it before my eyes.
You seen what?
That he was familiar with that.
You saying if it came out, you had
I
already
seen some
seen
ways.
it? Oh, you had seen
like
some.
I've gotten hints.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like my intuition.
You feel like
gonna
it's
tell
always
me.
some hints, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she knew before.
I be kind of thinking that too. Cause I don't like to make nobody feel like they being attacked or they, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, or nothing like that. But just me being, and I ain't the best at math, you know.
Right.
Shout out to Miss Fuller. She, you know what I'm saying? She helped me a lot. You
Yeah.
know, when they start adding them letters, boy, I had some, I had some trouble. But you know, I'm pretty good at the simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I've always felt like, dang man, like ain't no way, man, you had to. Cause even in some of my unfortunate situations, I seen some. Yeah, I ain't never been a time where I ain't seen no type of signs. You know, I ain't. You know, so. But yeah, y'all know you ain't lying because I done sat down with a lady before,
Yeah,
and
she done synced it.
you know, she kind of said she had already suspected some things,
Right.
and she also said that, because of her own outside interests, she would be cool with it. She would be somewhat cool with it.
Right. So you never know
know.
what the agreement is in the home, or whatever. I mean, some people just turn.
I feel like in that situation, it wasn't no agreement. I don't know if he had a wife or not though. I just seen it, you know what I'm saying, the situation or whatever. You know what I mean? It just messed me up. It's like, dang.
Well, I'm gonna say I said she seen it, but
yeah,
a woman, baby, she know.
yeah.
She know.
What you think about love at first sight?
Love at first sight.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
at first sight / first night, whatever the case may be, because it might not be the first glance. You know.
I mean, I feel like it can be a real thing because
what y'all think in the comments? Why she getting? You know what I'm saying? Why she?
You can love somebody until you hate them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dang, that's a terrible situation, ain't it?
I mean, but you
think about it, damn.
Like, if you whatever facts you have in your head about a person or whatever you put in your head about a person, you can love a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And fall for a person at first sight. Not to say like maybe a week later that you gonna feel that same way, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like, cause cause I know
You feel like you've been in love at first sight before?
I can say I don't know about with a human, but I know with food, love at first bite.
Oh, Lord have mercy, help her.
You know what I'm saying?
Help her, spirit.
So I know it's a real thing.
Lord.
But have I ever been in love at first sight? No. But this girl I knew, she had this body, and I was like, wow, that was like a love at first sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit of exaggeration, though, right? Nah, I'm saying because when we really look at what love is, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas be so goddamn revved up. They might feel like it's love.
Right.
But not really, but
Exactly.
they would express it like it was love because I want what I'm seeing so bad.
So bad.
You know what I'm saying? In the next morning, when the filter is gone and stuff like that,
the thrill is gone.
You like, nigga, why did I do that?
What was you thinking?
You know what I'm saying?
Love.
Yeah, that's terrible. You know what I mean? But I don't necessarily believe in love at first sight, but it has been some situations where.
Do you believe in love at first bite?
No, I don't. No, definitely not.
What?
I don't believe in love at first bite. Hell no.
Come on now.
But
think about it.
I'm saying niggas ain't. In general, niggas ain't just tied to. Their emotions ain't tied to bites and nibbles and sucks and all that.
I'm talking about with food, boy.
Oh, hell yeah! I believe in love at first bite. Shit.
Exactly.
Listen, my love is spread all across the nation when it comes to love at first bite.
But what about love at first night?
See, that's what I was talking about at first. Love at first night. I don't believe in love at first night. Nah, I don't. But I do believe that some
Would
connections.
you love something about that person? Like,
Hell yeah, that's
did
to happen
you
a lot of
love
times.
that at first?
That's to happen. That's to happen a lot of
and
times.
then just fall in love with it and just be in love with it and just.
And the love don't necessarily have to be an intimate relationship, sexual love either. It's done been some situations where it's like we kicked it one time, and it's like we done vibe so hard that as long as nothing happened unfortunate, I got love for you, and it's done carried on. It's done been proved to be true. You know what I'm saying? And also, I had relationships where it wasn't like that real deal, like major hunger in the beginning, outside of the physical, but it grew to that.
Yeah.
But I done had a situation where I had a strong feeling, and it didn't go how I felt like it was should have went at first.
I like it better when it grow to it.
But she ended up doubling back, and it ended up being that though.
Better, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I never forget like the first, like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For real. So now I'm necessarily being in love at first sight.
I think it's better when you go like this versus like this.
What?
And then like that, you know?
What's that?
It's better.
Bring me to Letha's world.
I feel like it's better like when the love comes, like, you know what I'm saying? When it grows to the love, you know?
You think it's better like that?
Yeah.
I can't really say.
Instead of having it like hiding, and then between the expectations and the actual, you know what I'm saying, situation, it'd be like, and then now you trying to put it back up, but then it'd be like,
what the comments saying about the first love? What they think about that? We gotta
Bryson
get their
said,
feedback. Nah, what? Not to love at first sight?
I think so.
Yeah. Damn.
I think so.
Ain't no women comments in that thing?
Nope.
Okay. Did you hear about the ex-NBA player?
The ex-NBA player?
Yeah.
At what time?
There was an ex-NBA player.
Is they tall?
They all tall. Even the shortest is tall as hell. It was an ex-NBA player, right? Mm-hmm. And just recently he found out that his wife for umpteen years has an OnlyFans, and she has had it for quite some time, but he just found it out.
Shut up.
And during their argument, I don't know if she went live. I just seen like the aftermath of the video, so I don't know if the videos were posted later or she went live. I don't know, but she recorded the conversation.
Mm-hmm. And put that on the OnlyFans too.
I don't know what she put on OnlyFans. I wouldn't know. I'm not subscribed to any OnlyFans.
Okay, so was she active on OnlyFans?
Well, during the dialogue, he was mentioning her being naked and showing her body. Now, I don't know if it's bikini, if it's lingerie, or if it's bucket naked. Right. Yeah, I don't know. But during the dialogue, she did say, you knew who I was and what I did before they got together.
Okay, well,
and
that sums it up. That sums it up right there.
Acknowledge that he did. I don't know to the extent of what she meant by you knew or not.
Right.
I assume that maybe she was a stripper or something.
Right.
I don't know.
She probably doing it on Snapchat, and now she monetizing it. So would you rather?
Excuse me.
She probably doing it on her Snapchat.
Doing what?
Whatever she doing on
her
OnlyFans.
Is that what's going on Snapchat?
Hey man, anything goes on Snapchat.
I don't have Snapchat.
That's where the sneaky links link up.
That's what I do here. And when people ask me, ask me like, you got a Snapchat?
When I see a man active on Snapchat,
I kind of side on.
Nah, for real. Cause
You know?
that's where the sneaky links link up. I be trying. Every now and then I try to get active on there, but it's tough. But it always bring me flashbacks.
Flashbacks of what?
When my ex used to be on there
For real?
sneaky
We don't need
linking.
to get into that.
Sneaky linking.
Cause I just found out about the whole Finsta stuff. I didn't know about that. I'm like, why would you need something called
What's your
Finsta where when they already got close friends, which I don't do close friends either. You know. So is she
but I
wrong
got
or is
close
he wrong
friends.
or like how? What you feel about the whole situation? Him being mad and angry about. 'Cause his thing was, you didn't ever even consent with me.
Well, I do feel like, maybe she should have said something, but when she said you knew who I was before we got together, that speak volumes to me.
Okay, speak volumes to me about what that speak volumes to you.
I told you she probably was doing that whole Snapchat and now she monetizing it.
So you think that he didn't know that she was doing Snapchat like that?
Well, clearly how she saying it, I don't know them, but how I'm just going by what
I
they.
don't know him either, but
I'm just
hearing
going by
him. He
what
like
they said, but
when
if
you
she
get
said
married,
you knew who I was before, you know what I'm saying? Like some female, like you know what I'm saying. Some females, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They show they naked bodies or whatever, and a lot of times that's how they get their man or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Is it? Damn.
I mean,
Do women think that?
well, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that's how they got them, but you got them and you doing it. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you come in a situation and she, you know what I'm saying, in some ways she may not be doing exactly what she doing on her OnlyFans or whatever. I don't know. But if she's showing her body and stuff like that, then you gotta be, you know what I'm saying, open to.
Do you feel like
That's what that's gonna be? You know what I'm saying?
all right? So I'm gonna ask you a question. Due to what you said, so if a man, what you think that says about a man, like if he get with a woman that was doing that type of thing and he was aware of it, like what do you like? Does that make you like kind of like put him in a certain category?
Yeah. What you mean? A certain category. That's what he want. That's what he like.
See, because our men we get excited by seeing some naked shit.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like when you get in a situation like that, you know that, you know what I'm saying, you done seen her do something publicly. Like, if you don't want her doing stuff like that, y'all need to have a conversation. Like, okay, if whenever y'all made this situation serious or whatever, you can be like, that's when you need to bring it to the forefront. Like, hey, like,
I don't even think it's a conversation.
I like
to be
how
had.
you be, you know what I'm saying, be showing, you know what I'm saying, that attracted me, but it attracted me, so stop. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And maybe y'all should, you know what I'm saying, come to some kind of agreement before y'all get into that relationship. So,
I look at that as a weak man.
I mean, because
Automatically.
If you don't know that she ain't on there, then clearly you ain't paying her enough attention.
I'm speaking on the man that, because she said that he
Now
he
let's
was
talk
aware.
about it now.
She said that he was aware, and he acknowledged, he concurred that he was aware of what she was, whatever she meant by that, prior to them getting serious or married or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at that as a weak man.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I hate the alpha male whole title label thing, because a lot of men that a woman would consider an alpha male because of his mannerisms and the energy that he give off initially are weak ass men. You know, because he feel like he can control her. So if they agree to a relationship, he feel like, cause he who he is. You know what I'm saying? That that shit gonna be
It's gonna
cutthroat.
change. Right,
know?
exactly.
That's
And
why I hate that, because
get a grip. Get a
you
grip.
gotta have balance. Cause we ain't never gonna get that. We ain't never gonna get that far. I love the fact that you done already did this shit, because you done showed me who you is already. Who am
Right.
I to change? If Jesus Christ can't change people? Who am I? Who am I? And I ain't saying nothing. That ain't nothing against Jesus Christ, but more and more we see today, the thing that Jesus Christ or whoever in that red ink in that Bible said don't do and don't indulge in, I see excuses for doing that and indulging in it every day. When it comes to the holidays, when it comes to fornicating, when it comes to raising your children, when it comes to respecting your man,
When
all
they come
that.
to lying, when they come to cheating, when they come to slang.
So if Jesus is the one, that's the part. That's the part I do remember. I missed that part. Church. That was the entertaining part.
It used to be the choir part for me.
I mean, the devotion too. For me.
It really was the marching in for me.
But let's not get too out of subject. But it's a no brainer, and which bring me to my next question. Considering what everything is going in the social media, do you feel like the influence that social media have is like would put us in a worse situation, or do you think it's a chance, considering the strong influence of social media, that it can possibly be a better chance as far as relationship dynamics and
I
stuff
feel
like
like
that
you
between-
really have to know how to play the game and like tread lightly. And again, it goes back to the point of like really, having an idea of like what a successful relationship look like to you. Because I mean, some people do prefer to be posted and stuff like that, but honestly, from my perspective, as like relationships and social media, I've had public social media relationships. And here and now, where I'm at right now, like I've really been like treading lightly and not you know what I'm saying, not putting not trying to put that to the forefront, because baby, I don't need y'all to be knowing who I'll, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want it to be like I want it to be exclusive. But even when I did, do public social media relationships, it's still certain stuff that, I wouldn't do. I make sure I keep what I want to keep private. But I like to keep the people guessing. So where I'm at right now, I'm just slower to speak, and but baby, when I get that ring on my finger.
When you what?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Once he's my husband, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Tell it. You may see him, on my profile picture or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like if you got a real deal solid relationship where y'all communicate, you know what I'm saying, really good, I feel like social media shouldn't, interfere with that. You should capitalize off of social media like as you do as an individual, so.
I
But
feel like
again, it's what works for, each relationship,
I feel like communication is downplayed. I feel like when people talk about communication, it's kind of like a trend, a fad. It sounds good, just like gaslighting, just like masculinity, just like femininity.
But if you communicate with
narcissists, I feel like they just heard the word and they throwing it around every time they're triggered. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like
Right.
people really understand how imperative communication is and what communication actually is. Not just
Right.
like telling you, you know what I'm saying, what I expect.
right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that correlates to how I feel about people in general when it comes to relationships and marriage and all that. I feel like there's a lot of people men and women that they campaign about one that because that's the thing they campaign about one. You
What,
know,
communication?
marriage and relationship and companionship.
Mm-hmm.
Now I understand. By nature, we're wired for companionship.
Right.
You know, so it'll always be the conversation around it. I see a lot of people. It's like I'm tired of seeing the men, but for the longest, men ain't really. Before the last couple of years, men ain't really spoke on expressing themselves and how they feel about the dynamics and just everything surrounding relationships and the duties and the order of things when it comes to relationships. Men ain't really spoke out like that for real, you know. But it's needed to be spoken about.
Mm-hmm.
It need to be spoken about because we'll never get to a point where we understand each other to be able to navigate the ins and outs and the pros and cons and you know to get to a point we want to be or we so called want to be. There's a lot of people that haven't seen an example.
Right.
If you haven't seen an example, your example is Moneybag and whoever. I can't keep up with who is who. I hear the names all the time, but but all those people that you know people look to that they see the
Right.
highlight reels to the back to the instant gratification,
Mm-hmm.
the spoiling you stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Carisha, please, that ain't my man, but it's my man type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nonsense stuff like if you listen to it, like damn, that don't even make sense.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean to each his own. You know, but you know, my perspective come from seeing this shit. The opposite is what I've seen outside of my immediate family. You know what I mean? So a lot of times I'm looked at as being the bad guy when I speak on this stuff. But when it comes to me gauging a woman or vetting a woman to be a potential suitor, longevity wise, I take that shit serious because you know it's a natural thing. Even if I don't put it in words, it's a natural thing where like might X yourself out. You know what I'm saying, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case may be, because it's a certain standard I seen all my aunties have that are married and has been married for years and years and years and years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of
As you
course, I'm
should.
not married. Of course, I don't have children, but I have a child's perspective of what that looks like. I've seen that. I've seen my dad and my mom love on each other,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never seen my mama disrespect my dad or talk outside her neck. You know what I'm saying? So I could be viewed as being harder on women. You know what I'm saying? But shit, when I see what has worked, then yeah, I got a certain mentality of certain shit just shouldn't be done. From one certain shit should you ain't gotta tell the world every little thing about how you do in the bedroom and what you do for your man. That's for your
Right.
man.
Right.
You know,
Facts. Facts.
you don't want to say nothing that allow another nigga to pick your brain as far as what you like,
Yeah, you
what make you
definitely don't
tick.
want to open the doors because listen,
Yeah,
hey, it's easy to open the doors.
yeah,
Um, I would say the most I would do is post a pretty picture. I mean, cause I'm gonna forever be,
yeah.
pretty and all of that.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right. But even that right there open the door. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't nothing wrong with showing a little bit of skin, but what the DMs look like. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? What the comments and what your responses to the comments is.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? This the type of shit that I see daily, like being expressed. Okay, you got 4 kids, right? Every day, you talking about everything you do in the bedroom for your man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that is exciting. That is intriguing to men.
Right.
But intriguing and exciting for the wrong reasons,
Right.
though. You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you this since we're talking about social media and
Yeah.
relationships.
Go ahead.
Because this is something that, you know what I'm saying, I've had, it's caused friction in my life. And it's a tough thing to be like me, I get most of my money off the internet. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm working the internet. almost daily. But so this is the thing. So like when I post a picture or whatever and say, how would you feel like, if you in a relationship and your lady posting pictures or whatever and she's on social media and this is what she do or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the men are commenting and, they may put maybe beautiful or something like that. For me, what I do, especially like if I'm in a relationship, my way of keeping it respectful, I will, because I do want to keep the activity going on my post, so mm-hmm. I'll just comment maybe like a heart mm-hmm. or something, and I do that with, I make it, consistent or whatever. But it ain't nothing. It's literally just that. You mm-hmm. know what I'm saying? Like, how would you feel about that? Like, how would you feel about the hearts?
Me personally,
and how do y'all feel in the comments too?
Like, I gauge like the responses based off of who I know my partner to be. We talking hypothetically speaking,
right?
Who I know my partner to be. Mm-hmm. Let's just say if she was like you, right?
Right.
Just like how you just explain how the reason why you're active like you're active. Mm-hmm. That would be in consideration.
Right.
I wouldn't feel no type of way. Long as it's just that, and then it's like, I'm going to tell you when I would feel some type of way. If it was one of those comments mm-hmm. where it was more than just a heart.
Right.
A wink.
Okay.
A tongue.
Now that tongue, hold up.
The googly eyes and shit. So I'm like, okay, you got 1,000 comments. I'm going to them hoes. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? How long that? Because I'm going to tell you, because let's just say like a birthday post, right? Mm-hmm. I can't help it. Like, if it's somebody I goddamn been keeping an eye on, whether it was like somebody that I would want to. This is a single man. If it was somebody that I wanted to fool with, or was interested in, or somebody like was a potential spin the block type of situation,
right?
And it's like a flashback. Okay, I seen her. Happy birthday, cuz speak or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then it's like it's gonna be a little bit of extra, cause on your birthday you got tons and tons. You know what I'm saying? And I try to go through all of them, but yeah, certain ones. They happy birthday hit different for me.
Right.
So that's why I would look at, like, if it was that type of situation in my gal, like, hold on. All these hearts to all these people.
Yeah. And
this certain two, you got all this extra stuff on there. Then it's a serious conversation that we got to be had.
Yeah. Listen, it's so hard being a social media.
I can imagine.
I would say social media influencer, but I'm more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
But working social media and being in a relationship, it can be tough. Like, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Especially for my person, like you definitely have to be secure with yourself and not try to look at the. You gotta look at the comments.
Have you had issues about that in the past?
What?
I don't
all
know.
the time. Like even when folks act like, oh no, it ain't no issue. Like you know what I'm saying? They act. They know. Like the girl said, you knew who I was before you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you see, I'm constantly posting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have phases, but I was at a point where I posted all these reels and TikToks daily.
So when you see these issues come up after the fact, what is your perspective? What is going through your head as far as what type of person he is, or what type of issues they haven't resolved?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I feel like that's why you get that.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Like my first thought, I'm gonna try to make sure you feel okay in this situation, because I'm gonna reassure you that, you know what I'm saying, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is literally just, me keeping the activity going. You know what I'm saying? And of course, people gonna come in. I don't know half these people. I ain't never seen these people a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? I had like a situation where a guy, he had commented something or whatever, and I just put maybe like a heart or whatever. And I didn't even know, but that same guy had
And he never hit it.
never hit it.
Okay.
I don't even think he ever hit my DM.
Okay.
Speaking of hitting,
Okay.
but when you go on his page, he had one of my TikToks on his highlights.
Okay.
And so like the guy I was with, he got you on his highlights, like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Who
but
is
niggas
this
do
guy?
weird shit like that though. I see it.
And
I
I'm
see
like,
it.
bruh, I promise
I see
you,
it all the
I
time.
do not know this person. Like, you know, I do have the same, you know, some of the same people that's always constantly engaging,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll constantly, you know, send them, especially like I appreciate that, you know, people that come in and, you know, show love all the time. Like, I appreciate those
Yeah.
people. You gotta hold them close, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But in a way, to an extent.
To an extent, for sure.
an
You don't want to
extent,
appreciate
but-
them too much.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
You know what
'Cause
I'm
a lot
saying?
of
But
times,
I ain't
on
gonna
your
ignore
end,
'em.
hell yeah, I gotta accept all support.
Right, right.
But in the same sense, the intention why is so much support like that.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean? 'Cause-
Exactly, and that's just what that is.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
yeah.
like
So, yeah.
with me, as much, you know, whatever I have mostly men, you know what I'm saying, as my, you know, the men kind of got the women by, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like that's my audience or whatever, but you can't trust and believe. Like, you gotta know that I'm a loyal person, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not finna.
But a nigga can't know that. He can't know it.
Right.
Even though even you know it.
Yeah.
So he got to be very secure with
Exactly.
himself, for
Exactly.
sure.
That's the thing. You definitely
So
gotta
has
be
it ever been a
very
point where it's
secure.
like, okay, going forward, it's maybe a uncomfortable conversation, but I definitely need to have this conversation because the last thing I'm trying to go through is this shit again.
Right.
With all these thousands of niggas
Mm-hmm.
that's at my neck
Right.
daily. That
Daily.
I don't even entertain. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it make it worse when I'm not even entertaining them,
Right.
but I gotta take this heat
Mm-hmm.
from the nigga that I actually do want to.
Right. That I'm with. That get all my time.
All the shit.
You done got all the everything. You on my page.
Nigga, I'm
Like,
feeding
what
you.
more do you want?
I'm trying to make meals just because I feel like you would like that better than...
Like, they want to be in your shoes. Like, bruh,
Yeah.
can you show gratitude for where you are?
Dang. Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So, is it a common denominator across the board as far as the men that have those kind of issues?
what you mean?
Insecurity issues.
Is it like certain type of men?
I'm saying, like, has it been like a common denominator as far as like a certain characteristic between all the people that you have dealt with that has those type of issues?
I mean, a lot of times it's really just that insecurity, and
When you think
Yeah.
about all those people, all those guys,
mhm.
do you consider their upbringing?
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I'm always like, listen, I'm a low key therapist. I be,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even if I ain't doing it out loud, I'm doing it
Yeah.
in my head because I'm trying to get to the root of it.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Why do you have this behavior?
Right.
Which is not my job to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because I do try to have an understanding of people's
But
situation.
I feel like it's kind of your job to do it though.
Yeah.
For you.
Right. For me.
Yeah.
For me.
I'm saying,
But
like,
after a while, it's like all this trying
not
to
to
get to the root of
babysit
it.
and-
Right, exactly.
you know
Because,
what I mean?
baby,
But I'm
I will
saying,
shake
like-
the spot.
and the reason why I asked that because what you spoke on correlates to women in general as far as a lot of their issues and their perspective on what they deal with certain type of men. You know what I mean? Not saying that they don't have no no guilt in anything, but I'm just saying as far as the man not even knowing whether you did something or doing something or not, having that type of energy, you know what I'm saying? It says something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like listeners or whoever maybe run across it may have the same issues, not considering the fact that a lot of these men probably wasn't poured into.
Right.
Where they're secure within themselves.
Would you feel like they ain't getting enough attention?
Yeah. Not enough. I feel like, okay, everybody's different, but I feel like the majority like didn't really get love. Get loved on, like not a healthy love.
Right.
I ain't talking about like spoiled.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's love. I think that's a crippling.
Yeah.
Which a lot of single mothers do. They cripple their sons. And from my observations, a lot of women end up with men that was raised by single mothers, and that be the thing. Whether it come to abuse, whether it come to manipulation, whether it come to them thinking they a bum, or whether they think they selfish, all that. Because subconsciously they feel like, okay, the woman in my life, she has to do me like my mama did me.
Right.
And I never did anything wrong. I had all F's and I got the J's every time it came out.
Right. And then they messed up because like they had all of this deal when they get older, real life hit you. You know what I'm saying?
When it came to the fourth period or the end of the period where we can go and buy pops, I hit niggas upside the head and took they 50 cents, and I had the pops, and I got D-Hall, I got AC, I got suspended, I got a pallet, and my mom came up here, and she went off on all the staff, faculty.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Type of shit. I think those are the situations where women ain't never, they like, dang, man, every nigga out, but never looked at, hold on, how was his upbringing? How was his...
I definitely look at that. And then once you see that too, you can know, okay, is this something that can be, you'll see right then, like if this is so deeply rooted that you ain't gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, change. Yeah. And if you gonna be able to deal with that, you know what I'm saying, that's when you have to realize, like, this is his behavior. Because at the end of the day, he's going to have to get to those roots. Not me. You know what I'm saying? So.
And most of the time in those situations, it's a lost cause because he don't even have the capability to realize your value as far as when y'all having a conversation, he tell you something where he can be like, dang, you know what? You right about that. And not feeling like, oh, she changing me. She controlling me.
Right.
She goddamn me trying to, you know what I'm saying? Woo! So, I'm not sure that a lot of people kind of like factor that in when they talk about they want a leader. Because a leader understands strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Even their own. So if you're great in this area and I'm weak in this area, a leader knows to let you lead in that area. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're a better decorator, or if you or let's just say I never changed oil before or something, even though society would say that the man should do that.
Right.
But I didn't learn that part. It was a lot of other things that I learned, but I didn't learn that part.
But if I know it, I'm going to just tell you how to do it because you're going to learn today.
That's cool, but it takes a certain type of man to be able to listen to you to teach him.
Facts.
Without his ego being tarnished. And it takes a certain woman to be able to teach a man without her thinking that he's a sucker because you had to teach him that.
And that's so crazy that you on that subject because I had thoughts about this yesterday, about like, you know what I'm saying, like relationships. I was just reflecting on, my situation, but you know what I'm saying, like how I kind of went for it was like, I don't want to go too deep into it, but basically it was like it was more easier and convenient for me because I'm at a certain level, and I guess, you know what I'm saying, certain situations when they become more of a challenge, like, you know, when it come to like something more on my level, then it's gonna be challenges because, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be some things that I'm gonna have to correct, you know?
Of course.
And so like a lot of times we try to avoid those situations because, you know what I'm saying, we avoid them knowing that this really is the standard that we should be on, but you know what I'm saying, people don't want to hear.
Confrontation.
Don't
You don't know how
that.
to think, bitch.
Right, exactly. Like, who are you to like? I've been doing this all my life, and you come to tell me that a woman shouldn't do this.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, I was just thinking about that, and I'm like, wow, like, you know, you have to.
I mean,
you really want something at a certain level, you have to face on those challenges that come with it because it's another level. It ain't gonna be.
And that's why I feel like the majority of people, like, even though I still had the same intention of what me and you doing, I feel like a lot of people just, it's kind of a lost cause when it comes to having what we claim to be wanting to have, whether it's marriage and companionship, longevity wise, and raising a family and stuff, because the highlight reels, like, their perspective is what they seeing, and what they seeing is not the ups and the downs.
Exactly.
The effort, not necessarily work, but the effort that it would take to overcome and persevere through troubled times and difficult times. You know, instead of fight or flight.
Right.
You know, but I think this is a good start.
Listen, Bryson said, "Love the show, y'all. Keep it up."
We will, man. I appreciate the feedback, man. It goes a long way. It don't go unnoticed.
We just getting started, man.
For sure,
we gonna keep
appreciate
on
you,
rolling. Oh yeah.
Where we at on time?
We an hour and 22 minutes in.
Damn, man. See, it just, and you ain't. Damn, you been drinking that tea like a mug.
Man.
How you feel?
My blood is cleansed.
For real.
Nah.
We gotta get up out of here.
I feel good. I feel great though.
That's what's up. I feel great too.
Yeah, we do gotta get up out of here.
It's
been a good day. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, I just want to say I didn't know like what I was getting myself into to agree to do this morning show.
You know me?
No, I ain't talking about like the whole situation.
Clear it up.
Listen, because we have these conversations all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like all the time. It's never, you know what I'm saying, never not that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying me coming out here, you know, early mornings, doing a morning show. Like I was like, what? Like, seriously, I'm driving an hour out, but
it feel good, or don't it?
Honestly, it feel good. Like, cause like I get my day started early, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? We're being purposeful in the morning, starting our day off with purpose. And like yesterday, even though we didn't do the show, but you know, yesterday I went home, did my workout, and I did everything. Like I did all my stuff on the list. Cause the first day, baby, I went home with sleep. Yeah. I was like, I mean, after a while, I just kind of tapped out cause I was tired. Yeah. But at nighttime, I can't sleep for real. So this time I went home and I did so much stuff and I was just so productive. Yeah. And I went to sleep at like 10 o'clock, bro. That's like the healing hours from 10 to 2. For real. So I was like, oh my gosh, like.
That made me feel good.
And then I got up this morning. Like I set my alarm for 4 and 4:30. I didn't get up neither one of those times. But I got up automatically at 5 o'clock. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think it may have been right before 4. I mean 5 or whatever. But anyways, it just feel good. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a beautiful thing. Thank you for, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I thank you for joining, man. Listen, I didn't reach out to you for no reason. Did you think I was like bullshit, just shooting shit when I was?
No, because listen, we talked about it before. Yeah. We talked about doing a podcast before. Like we just didn't have it, you know, solidified. And that was like what, 6, 7, 8 was earlier this year when we talked about that. And then, you know, now seeing it come into fruition, like, it's amazing. Like, life is beautiful. Life is really what you make of it.
I heard that.
Yes.
That's what's up. Well,
can we get a sound effect or something?
Yeah, let's get a sound effect for what you just said. Hell yeah. God damn it. I think they meant that applause too.
No, for real.
But yeah, man, we're gonna be here, y'all, Monday through Thursday. We got full access now. Yeah. So we ain't gotta have those discrepancies like we did yesterday. Unless,
and if
you know,
we do,
one
just
of us
watch your old show.
Yeah, for sure. We gonna be, you know, we're gonna be in here, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And we gonna be out this thing.
Yeah, we out, man. Y'all have a blessed day, and life is what you make of it. Thank God today. Be grateful. Show gratitude for what you got, and life will be good to you.
Still going?
I think that's it.
Ooh, I got a piece of bed.
All right.